Hey, Tom.
Hey, Dana. What's going on?
Not much. Not much. I know you've got some things you want to chat about, but I've got some rescues. I've got
Oh,
rescues.
let's hear your rescues.
Okay, one, this hammer.
Are you trying to tell me something?
It's hammer time. I found this buried in the sand at the volleyball court.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Did you use it in the game?
I don't know. I should have. I should have threatened people.
What's it made? It's very floppy. What is it made out of?
It's just like rubber. See, it's not a very good hammer. Maybe this way it's not bad, but this way not so good.
Some poor person is missed out. Their set is incomplete now.
Yes, and then this dirty flamingo popper, I found it outside of our Target here in Riverhead.
Do you know, for the longest time when I first started seeing those, I thought they were ice cube makers.
Right, right, and I expected them to pop like popper paper, but they don't.
Yeah.
They're just.
Why?
I can use it. I can use it to hypnotize you. You're getting sleepy.
I am pretty sleepy. It's been a long day.
And here's a weird one. This little gummy bear that goes inside of a crock was in my driveway.
What?
Yeah, it's like, see, it has a little crock poker thing that you.
Oh, that's even more weird.
Right, but I thought it was an actual gummy bear. Like I saw
it looks like it.
I saw it there for a couple of days. I was like, who the hell dropped a gummy bear in my driveway? And then, of course, I had ridiculous signs of like the Jeep getting stuck on the gummy bear, you know? But then I went and picked it up after. I was like, how is this gummy bear still there? Like something would have eaten it, right?
Why hasn't it deteriorated?
And then I was like, wow, imagine how long it stays in your stomach. Like my grandfather used to say, if you swallow your gum, it'll just stay in your stomach, right? So yeah, those are my rescues.
That is funny. I have I guess not so much rescues since I paid for and had them sent to me. Snake Men. Oh,
nice.
Board Troopers. I love these dudes, and the only way to get any version of these before was through Super 7. They were PowerCon exclusives. So
yeah.
So of course I have a couple sitting in the back.
Right, and I'm looking at your DC He-Man guys, those purple monster guys. Oh, I love those guys.
They are super cool. I mean, I lucked out. I managed to get them on Amazon where they were on clearance, and I kind of wish that I had picked up a few more because in different colors, those things are great. There's no articulation on them, but I kind of don't need it. They're wonderful little mounts for my snake men, even though I know that's not who they belong to.
Right, but that looks cool.
They are fantastic. I really kind of wish that line had gone on if that was the direction they were going in.
Right, because the Mr. Freeze is fantastic.
Yep. So I dragged you out here today because I wanted to continue on. My Dinomania has continued, and I want to talk more about dinosaurs.
Dinomania.
It's too bad that guy's a jerk because I love the idea of Dinomania running wild. But there has been a ton of dinosaur-related stuff that's been.
You're right. It has, and I love them all.
Yeah, like nonstop. We still have to do a proper. Like full episode part 2, potentially part 3, maybe a part 4 on just dinosaur stuff because it keeps coming out and it keeps being great. So
keep hammering it home.
Keep bringing it in, and if you don't like it, maybe you should be hit with a hammer. I'm just kidding. Right. Don't get hit with a hammer. Yeah, hit with that hammer.
The sand hammer.
And then sued for stealing someone's music. So. I want to run through. I compiled a list, so if it looks like I'm being distracted, I am by the words on my screen. I'm gonna go through this list of random dinosaur stuff that's been happening and going on, and want to get your reactions to it. So first and foremost, we had mentioned on an earlier episode about the Defenders of Eden, the Armies of Ashmore.
Yes,
it's a Kickstarter. It was created by a gentleman named Matthew Rodriguez. We met him briefly at Legion's Con.
Great guy.
Yes. So I'm glad that this has been rolling along. It has actually hit goal. I believe the goal was
no thanks to me.
Oh,
although I wanted to go all in. I wanted so bad, but I couldn't pull the trigger.
You still have a week left. We've still got, I believe at the end of this week or early next week.
I'll tell you what, I'll make a
It's
deal
still
with
going.
you. If my interview goes well on Thursday and I get the promotion, I'm going to go all in.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna celebrate.
I've currently put down a pledge for one because I really want that Ankylosaurus because that's my favorite dinosaur of all time. So I needed at least one of those. But I've been selling stuff on eBay, stuff that I need, and it has been slowly accumulating. So I may actually be able to either go all in or compile a collection of maybe 3 or 4 different guys. So the all
they're
in
fantastic. So how tall are they? They're like what? It's 10 inches,
they're
right?
big. They're big dudes. Yeah, they're about 10 inches each, not including the Brontosaur character who's got the neck. So he's in the upwards of like at least 12 to 13 inches. They're big, they're bulky, they're chunky. They look
great armored helmets that come off, the whole 9 yards. The color is fantastic.
Interchangeable armor. He has unlocked a stretch goal, and I think there may have been some finagling on his end. There was the original stretch goal was an albino looking Triceratops character with green armor who looks really cool. That was supposed to be unlocked at I think 150K, and I believe he bumped that up, so that is actually available now. You can add it on to your into your pledges. So the kind of cool thing, and they kind of do this a lot with Kickstarters. If you get the all-in is for 300, and that breaks down there's five dinos, so it breaks it down to about $60 each. If you get the all-in, then anything you add on is also at a discounted price. So if you wanted to get like 2 Ankylosaurus, then you could add another one on. The normal price is $65 for the Kickstarter. So everything after that decreases. Depending on how my monies are looking, I may just put together a bunch of other ones, but they're also offering blanks. It looks like he's offering head packs. So if you get like whatever character, you can swap in a head with a different color to make that character. He's offering blanks that are just cast in gray plastic, which I may jump in on because I think those are sitting at 35 each. That's not bad at all.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so I can get, and I like painting stuff up, so I may jump on that. But what I really hope happens is that there is a clear glow in the dark version of the Brontosaur as like a spiritual energy projection of some kind that's locked.
the passed away Jedi version.
It's locked behind like 150 or I'm sorry 150K stretch goal. So I'm really hoping there's like a surge at the end and they manage to break that, or maybe best case scenario, because it's literally just it's the same figure just cast in different plastic. Maybe they can do that anyway, because sometimes if they get close but not quite where they still want the stretch goal to be, they're still able to do it because the factory will usually work with them, and it sounds like they're using a factory that other Kickstarters have used. Nice. So Matthew, best of luck. Hopefully he's at Legion's Con again this year. And we can say hey. So that is going on. Speaking of Kickstarters, Beasts of the Mesozoic. If for people who are super into like really realistic looking dinosaurs, the sculpts on these are phenomenal. Yeah, the sculpting, the painting, the Raptor series is ridiculous. They've got the more recent scientifically accurate feathered look. He releases like sculpts of like the babies, the hatchlings. He has since done a series based on different types of Triceratops and Styracosaurus and Ceratosauruses. He is also, I don't know if they're currently out right now, but there is a Tyrannosaurus series that is being released with all kinds of really cool looking color schemes. He had an homage to the Preternia dinosaurs. So there, and I think we saw it at Legion's Con. There was a green version of the Biontops, as well as the Tyrannosaur. So those looked great. He has another Kickstarter that's going to be popping up, I believe, in October for Beasts of the Cyberzoic, which is Dino Riders on acid, on steroids, on LSD. It looks amazing.
It's like a Saturday night for Tom. Only done.
Yes, I say that in a good way, and I will still wake up fully clothed. So it's a win-win for everybody. But he's been putting out teaser artwork and teaser sculpts. Most recently over the over this past week. He put out a picture of a saber-tooth
can't wait
tiger
to see
sculpt.
them.
They look amazing, and if they're anywhere close to the artwork, and he's proven time and time again that the produced product looks just like the artwork, I'm excited. These are going to look amazing. So go that you can. I will list links to all of these things in the show notes.
Good man.
So you can go there and check them out for yourself. So this leads us to most recently over the weekend was announced on. You can check these out on 5K Toys. They list products from multiple different toy manufacturers, but I believe this one is from AXY Toys. I don't know if that's pronounced Axie Toys or if it's really just AXY Toys, but they are the ones that produce those Dinosaur Warriors. They were the Carnotaurs, and they have all kinds of really cool looking armor. I think they look pretty big. I want to say they're maybe like 9-10 inches.
I think they're like 10 inches. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the humanoid dinosaur men, and you can strip them down. You can add extra armor to them.
The
you can
armor is amazing.
It's
that
ridiculous.
Metallic look.
Yeah, it's very Conan the Barbarian, but with dinosaurs. Yes. They recently announced a Tyrannosaurus. I think it's just called like Tyrannosaurus Rex King or Tyrannosaur King, and these look bonkers. They are amazing looking. There's two different types. They have just all the overly ornate garments that you would expect an old school like Mad Max Conan style dinosaur villain to be wearing and stomping around with.
The helmet.
Yeah, they look great. They're up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store. I think you can probably pre-order them through 5K Toys as well.
And they have the Triceratops skull helmet, which is awesome. It looks like it was dipped in gold, and then he put it on like a hat. Like
it makes me hope that they have plans for a Triceratops line, because vengeance. We need a line of people who are like, "You're wearing my friend. I hate you for it."
That guy has a T-Rex hat.
But these things look amazing. There is a Tyrannosaurus Rex Red. There is a black edition, and then they also have. I guess
they look like the Stegron figure that I've always wanted.
They do. I keep staring at the Build-A-Figure.
The Stegron was pretty good. The old Toy Biz one, but
yeah, the old one from the vault was actually really good. I keep staring at the Build-A-Figure for Armadillo. Tell me that can't be remolded into a Stegron. And I honestly
could do that. I wouldn't be able to.
I honestly think
I would just stick Play-Doh on it and call it a day.
Sometimes that's all you need. You just need a little Play-Doh. I used to try to do that as a kid because
we all did.
I understood that toys were sculpted from whatever, but toys were hard and Play-Doh was mushy. But if you left Play-Doh out, it hardened. And I was like, I'll just sculpt toys and I'll leave them out. And then that didn't work because it would crack and it would fall
like
apart.
A stale cookie. Yeah,
it was not my best plan.
You'd be better off playing with gingerbread man.
So, but you can get these Tyrannosaurs from Big Bad Toy Store. They've got the deluxe ones. They also have basic versions of them. Which
are also cool.
Yeah, there's a red one. There's a black one. There's also a blue one, which I guess
the blue one looks cool.
It does, but I guess maybe it's a limited release because it costs almost $50-$60
like
more.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, which it still looks really neat, and I want it. So I hope that those keep cranking those out because these have been fantastic. So moving on. Boss Fight Studios. We're still waiting for Wave 1 of Saurozoic Warriors, and I know
they're sitting there in my pre-orders, and every time another pre-order drops, I'm like, no, I want those. Those need to drop because I know they're going to drop the whole. And I even have pre-ordered like the Brontosaur, the one we discussed on the show, the black and white one, where he goes off into the death land.
Not gonna lie, still a little sad that those markings don't glow in the dark. Come on, Boss Fight, make those glow in the dark. They
even have a second wave that's up for pre-order.
Wave 2 also looks really good, and that has not only the Ankylosaurus in it, it's got another one of those figures that are black that has the white markings, also not glow in the dark. So sadness for me.
Also sad.
I'll be so sad when he's come in and I love him and I play with him and set him up
every
on my
day
display.
When I get like a pre-order notice in my email, I click on it. I'm like, here we are. Nope.
Give it up. No, not yet.
Batman 66 villains. Two-Face.
You've already got him. I've got numerous Two-Faces. I don't need any more. I
know.
need warriors of the Saurozoic. So also Savage Crucible.
Yes.
Their Kickstarter is actually over, but it funded many times over, and that's fantastic, and I'm very happy for them. But they had in their wave a ton of, I don't know if they were dinosaurs per se, but they were reptilian warriors that looked really really cool.
Yeah.
They will actually have pre-orders opening for those to the public. I believe they may cost a little bit more than they did on the Kickstarter, but those are going to start opening up June 3rd. So anyone that's interested in those,
say I've seen them. They're not out yet for pre-order.
not yet. I believe for the people that back the Kickstarter, you can pre-order some more figures, but I think they open it up to the public after June 3rd.
Yeah, those guys are cool.
They look fantastic, and there's all the Royal Guard, the Imperial Sentry, and they're offering head packs, so you can swap them up and change them around. And I believe they were offering blanks as well.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. They had like plane figures as well that were a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, just real basic figures. So if you want to build up your hordes of lizard men, you could do that. Those also look great.
The Slee stack everybody always wanted.
And finally, not to be left out, Studio Series Snarl is going to be hitting soon. We are with him in the mix. That leaves Swoop as the final Dinobot that we need to complete that.
Any word on that?
No, we probably won't see him until next year. They've been slowly trickling these out for the last couple of years. They started with Grimlock, they moved on to Slug. They did Sludge a little bit earlier, or in the middle of last year, and now Snarl will be coming through. Swoop we probably won't see until probably late 2024. But
no, it's funny. I remember as a kid, I wasn't really into Transformers. Like I had a couple. Like we had that time period where we played Transformers, GoBots, Voltron. I had Voltron, of course, and the robot time period, and when we had the Zybots and anything we could find. But I really wasn't into the Transformers until the Dinobots. Of course, my older brother Derek was really into dinosaurs as a kid, so he jumped out of Dinobots. But I really liked the Insecticons that came out at the same time, so I was all about them. Plus, they were like that purple color with the black was outstanding.
That was really cool, and I always liked that Shrapnel had a really weird, like the sound of his voice was odd. Like they weren't quite sound wave, but it had that weird bit of reverberation. And he always repeated the last word in a sentence, which was an odd character quirk.
Yeah, and
it made him stand out. Yeah. So I always imagined him as I always pictured him as a leader. I know a lot of people like Bombshell, and I get it, but I'm pretty sure Shrapnel's the leader of the Insecticons. But watching them all get smashed and eaten and destroyed by the Dinobots, there's nothing better.
Right.
So, all right. So that's kind of everything. That was just a run through that I wanted to do because there's so much dinosaur stuff happening, and I don't want it to end. Not even
coming.
Yeah, and I completely forgot that there is a tease on one of the most recent He-Man Origins figures has they use the back of their packaging and whatnot to put out little hints about what may or may not be coming out. I don't remember which character it is, but there is an image in like the upper left-hand corner of two dinosaur characters. One of them is like coming around the corner. The other one is dead. They're like, he's gone. But it's from a wound that he sustains on his side, and you can see bones underneath it. And it's clearly a Battle Bones.
Nice.
So give us... now I don't just want a Battle Bones. I want whatever it looked like beforehand.
Right. And I think it looks a lot like that guy behind you.
Oh yeah, he does. He kind of does. So because I used to wonder as a kid, like, what did Battle Bones look like beforehand, and what kind of creepy arcane magic is making a skeleton walk around, and they feel okay just inserting themselves into it.
I feel like that Battle Bones looked like that right there, and then they just worked him. And he just died and rotted away on the job as a bus driver.
Man, I was just like, oh no, you don't get to stop working.
Right.
Back to work. So, all right. So that's been everything. That's been our
cool. That's a great update. Thanks.
Our Dynamite exclusive episode. I actually created a character for He-Man that I called Dynamite, keeping in line with the silly naming scheme. I'll have to post that up for everyone to have a good laugh.
Did he call himself Kid Dynamite? Like, just like JJ? JJ Walker?
Yeah, he was, because there were like weird dinosaur style characters that were in He-Man. They were just monsters, but then there was also the dragons. And I was like, what if the dragons like intermingled with the dinosaurs and had an offspring, and he didn't belong anywhere, and he was real angry and bitter about it.
Very Pete friendly.
That's as far as I feel like going with that one for the podcast. So, thank you for joining us for our Dino-tastic, Dino-mite, Dino-Spectacular special. We will be back next week. If you enjoyed the episode, please like and subscribe. If you'd like to take part in the conversation, join us on Twitter. Our handle is 2 Guys Talking Toys. The number 2, no G after the talking. If you would like to join us on Gmail, send us a message, drop us a line. Our handle is the same thing, 2 Guys Talking Toys, the number 2, no G after the talking.
Ciao.
Take care, everybody.